I found my sister wearing my husband's sweatshirt. Before he admitted everything during Thanksgiving dinner, I was standing at the kitchen sink scraping burnt cheese off a casserole dish when my husband walked in, wearing the sweatshirt I thought I lost last winter. It was gray with a tiny bleach stain near the pocket. I only noticed because my younger sister used to borrow it constantly when she stayed over. My husband froze when he saw me staring at it, and instead of saying anything normal, he tugged the sleeves down over his hands like a guilty teenager. That stupid movement made my stomach drop before my brain caught up. It was almost midnight. My twins were asleep upstairs after fighting over a charger for an hour. The dishwasher hummed behind me. My husband smelled like peppermint gum and cigarette smoke, even though he swore he quit smoking in March. I remember all of that clearly because my body felt weirdly calm while something awful settled into place. I asked where he got the sweatshirt. He said, it was in the hall closet. But the hall closet only held towels and board games. I kept looking at the bleach stain while he opened the fridge and drank orange juice straight from the carton. He wouldn't look at me. I realized then that I already knew something, even before I had proof. My sister Chloe had been distant with me for months. She stopped coming to birthday dinners. She ignored my texts for days. I asked him if he slept with her. No build-up, no screaming. Just the question sitting there between us. He actually laughed first. Not because it was funny, because he panicked. Then he said, "How could you even ask me that?" I remember gripping the edge of the sink so hard my fingers cramped. I told him to answer me anyway. That was when he started crying. I hated him immediately for crying before I did. Apparently it started 8 months earlier when Chloe stayed with us after her breakup. I worked late shifts at the dental office 3 nights every week, and they stayed home with the kids together. He said they crossed lines emotionally first. I almost told him to stop talking because that phrase sounded rehearsed. Then he admitted they slept together 4 times. 4 times was supposed to make me feel better somehow. He kept saying it ended months ago. He kept saying Chloe felt guilty. He kept saying he loved me. I sat on the kitchen floor in pajama shorts while he talked and talked. At some point, the refrigerator motor clicked on, and I stared at a dried noodle near my foot, wondering how long it had been there. The worst part was that I started remembering tiny things I ignored. Chloe refusing to meet my eyes at Easter. My husband suddenly volunteering to pick her up from the airport. Them laughing quietly on the back porch after everyone else went to bed. Once, I walked downstairs at 2 a.m. and found them sitting together in darkness while the television played some infomercial. They jumped apart so quickly that I actually apologized for startling them. I felt stupid in layers. Around 3 in the morning, I drove to Chloe's apartment without telling him. She answered wearing old sweatpants and looked terrified before I even spoke. That hurt almost more than the confession. She knew exactly why I was there. I asked if she loved him. She covered her mouth and started crying so hard she hiccuped. I didn't yell. I think part of me wanted her to deny everything so badly that I